everybody, and in this video I will be doing my absolute best to give you as many tips as I possibly can for this week's Trials of Osiris map called the Timekeeper. So we did our usual stream with me, Patrick, and Ian. We did our 3 flawless runs, so I think I have a little bit of knowledge, just a tiny bit, that will hopefully help you guys get to flawless on the Timekeeper, because this is the very first time that we have ever seen this map. It has never ever been a thing before. It was a PlayStation exclusive for a little while, now it's on all consoles, and they decided to bring it as a Trials of Osiris map. So first things first, let's talk about the spawns, because one spawn definitely has an advantage over the other. There's 2 spawns. One of them spawns you inside the kind of complex. You're not like in a building, but you're definitely more enclosed. And the other one spawns you outside. The outside spawn, in my personal opinion and in a lot of other people's opinion, is the strongest one. And the reason for that is that there's a lot of little cliffs, little rocks, little things that you can just stick your head above and you can get some really nice snipes from. And there's one spot especially that looks down the hallway into where the other people spawn, where you can hardly see the person's head if they are sitting there. So outside spawn, I would say, is definitely stronger. If you are on the outside, you can try and get some picks by standing on the various different rocks, and that should generally work out for you, especially if you're playing against people who are using shotguns, which a lot of people are on this map. I will say that a lot of people are using shotguns. It's very easy to use shotguns. So if you're personally not using a shotgun and you are against a lot of heavy rushing people, just hold down outside and you should be totally fine. However, although the outside spawn I would say is favored just because of how many places they can just camp, also the cap point is outside, so if a team wants to just camp out there and wait for cap point, they can do that. However, I will note, if you spawn on the inside, there is a little window that your teammate can go to, or you can go to, and you can see pretty much exactly where the enemy team is. You can see that and you can make call outs to your teammates. So what we were doing last night when I was playing with Ian and my husband is that Ian was using a shotgun, me and my husband were sniping, so he would call out where their positions were outside on the rocks, and we would push around to the right side where we're pretty much off the radar and try and pick them off based on his call outs. So that's definitely something that you need to keep in mind. You can check exactly where the enemy is. You can make call outs to your teammates who can hopefully get a snipe on them. So that's pretty good. It is a disadvantage to be on the inside, but the fact that you can actually see where they are safely through that little orange window is super good. Now, like I said before, shotguns are incredibly good on this map. Ian switched to a shotgun and just went off. He straight up just ran at people and he did really well. Essentially, people were dying before I could even see them with my sniper because Ian was just shotgunning everybody. So if you are someone who is good with shotguns, or you feel like you're not that good at sniping, you should have a pretty good week because shotguns are super strong on this map. Also, grenades. Really good, because a lot of people tend to rush to the middle, at least on the very first round. So if you are a warlock with fireball grenades, or you are a titan with a lightning grenade, those are going to be super good for just throwing into the middle and catching some people off guard and taking them out for a quick and easy round. In terms of your primary weapons, things tend to move fairly quickly on this map, at least at the moment. I don't know if that's just because people are getting used to the map and they don't really know how to play it because it's never been a thing before, but rounds move extremely quickly. We were done with all 3 of our flawless runs in like 3-4 hours, which is really fast. The other ones have been way slower than this week. So be prepared to use guns that you feel are very good at close quarters. So the Last Word will be super good. Doctrine of Passing, Hawksaw is always good. I think those will kind of be the ones that reign supreme. Or if you have a really good roll on Soul Stealer's Claw, that might be a good choice too. For a general strategy of how to move around the map to be most successful, I would say that for the most part, you want to avoid the middle part where that special ammo spawns and there's like a big thing. It's a thing, it's a column, it looks vexy. Avoid going there. It's just a cesspit for like dudes jumping at you with shotguns and people throwing grenades at you. And it's really difficult to kind of get out of there once you get in there. So the best thing to do is usually just to go around the outside and kind of push yourself in, unless you do get a pick, and then of course you can push through the middle. But for general stuff, try and avoid just going straight into the middle because it never goes well. it doesn't go well for anybody, ever. They just get taken down by firebolts or lightning grenades, and then everyone dies, and it's a sad time. So definitely try and stick to the outsides a little bit, try and push around. Flanking is super duper effective on this map. It's always effective on maps, but on this map, I feel like it's even more effective because if you, for example, spawn on the outside, you can push them from very many directions. You can go underneath and come through the middle. You can go right, you can go left. There's a lot of ways to kind of catch your enemy off guard. So definitely use that to your advantage as well. If you spawn on the inside, you are going to be at a slight disadvantage when it comes to sniping. They have all the head glitching spots, man. Like every spot you could ever want, they have on the outside. So what I would recommend doing is not peeking to the heavy spawn, because that is a nasty head glitch right there. It's super nasty. So I would say just cut around to the outside, get in the open, and you will have an easier time dealing with people who are just hanging out outside if you approach it from that direction. You can also try and get a sneaky little snipe by going down, because there's a little down area that you fall down and you can kind of peek outside. I did manage to get a few little nice picks there because people weren't expecting me to just be looking down there. But just don't peek left. Just trust me. Try not to go to super obvious places. Try and get into more surprising places. Yeah, that makes sense. Which on this map, in my opinion, would be dropping down and looking straight forward, or going all the way around to the super duper outside and try and catch someone off guard. People will be hard scoping, usually sitting on a rock, so you should have a decent amount of opportunities to pick somebody off who's just watching the middle, because most people go to the middle on this map. It's just calling your name. You just can't help it. So most people will be watching the middle. So if you approach from a different direction, you should be fine. That's pretty much it for this map, I think. I don't think I have any more tips. It's a pretty fun map to play, honestly. I wasn't sure about it because I played doubles on this map, I played skirmish on this map, and I did not enjoy it whatsoever. But for trials, I've actually found that it's pretty fun. Games go quickly. It feels like you have a lot of different directions that you can come at people from, which I really, really, really like. It's not just a standoff like Black Shield, for example. So hopefully these tips do help you guys get flawless. If you have any other tips that you would like to share, please do put them in the comment section. People read the comment section, and if there's something that I missed out that you think is super vital, I would love for people to find out what that is from you awesome people in the comment section. So thank you so much for watching, guys. You have been absolutely so amazingly supportive of me for so long, and I appreciate it so incredibly, incredibly much. I love you all, and I'll speak to awesome people later. Bye.